Today we shall be looking at participation of women in economic development, and Jumai Oluyede Mohammed, Vice President Women Development at Abuja Chamber of Commerce. She is also a coordinator of WINDEP, Women Industries Development and Entrepreneurship Program. Glad to have you on Business Express today.
Thank you, Amina.
Okay. Now we are celebrating women for the annual Women's Celebration Day. How would you say women have fared?
Well, this year the theme from the United Nations is Think Equal, Build Smart and Innovate. Okay. And for the Women's International Day, it is Balance for Better. So women are not doing too badly. Thankfully, but there's a lot of work to be done.
So before we go about what needs to be done,
yes,
what are women doing rightly?
There's so many things women are doing. As you know, I think because of just the nature of women and the capacity of women to just absorb, women are very enterprising. So you have women doing so many things. You have women working as well as running businesses. Most women work and run businesses. I'm sure you do something, you know, a little bit of that. Yes. We all do. So women are extremely enterprising, and they have the capacity to absorb a lot of training and to develop themselves. So I would say women are doing quite well.
You made mention of women being enterprising. Yes. Now, in terms of wealth creation, yes, what would you say about that?
Now, in terms of wealth creation, I would say that in accordance to the theme for this year, which is for the women to think equal, to build smart and to innovate, women need to develop capacity. Not just in terms of just, oh, I know about my business. Look outside. What are the other businesses doing in the international community? Try and see how you can adapt some of those things. How can you use technology to drive your business? Those are the kind of things that we want women to start doing.
Now, talking about technology, you being in the business world, how has technology assisted you in achieving your aims?
Oh, my goodness. Talk about Google. That's all I can say. Talk about Google, talk about Facebook, Instagram. You know what's happening? I mean, it's a revolution. It really has helped women's businesses because it makes it accessible. It allows people to just load their pictures, put their information there, people browse and people contact women. So it really has improved women's businesses. Technology is moving fast, and I think that women need to move along with it.
No, okay, for women who are, say, in the rural areas, how would you advise them to reach out to technology?
Yes. Well, a lot of NGOs that I know, like for example, like you said, I'm the Vice President Women Development at the Abuja Chamber of Commerce, and then we also have this program called WINDEP, which is Women Industry Development Entrepreneurship Program. It's a platform for capacity building. So we have women across all industries, including NGOs. There are a lot of NGOs within that group. They are reaching out to rural women specifically to help them with capacity training and with building their capacity in terms of whether it's technology or knowing how to develop their businesses better. So we do have that. So a lot of NGOs are going in and doing that. That should help a lot of rural women, obviously.
Earlier on, you were talking about some of the challenges women faced.
Yes.
What would those challenges be?
Well, I would pick on a particular, there are many challenges, but the one that I want to talk about is financing. That's the crux of the matter, because you can have good skills, you can have business know-how, but if you don't have access to financing, it then makes it difficult for you to either expand your business or even start the business to start with. So one of the things we would like to appeal to government is to actually help us really open up that avenue for financing, make it a little easier for women to access that financing. There's so many stringent protocols, you know, bureaucracy in getting access to financing.
Okay, is getting access to financing enough? Do women know how to manage funds, business plan, long-term plan, short-term plan? Do women have those know-how on how to manage when those funds come?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Amina. Like I said, that WINDEP is the platform to do that. We do that through the Business Entrepreneurship Skills and Training Center, BEST Center, which is an initiative of the Chambers of Commerce. And part of what we train women to do is all those things you've mentioned: learning how to manage your business, writing a business plan, learning how to manage your money, learning how to even understand the business, not just at the local scale, but at the global scale, how to even export your items, if, for example, you have exportable items.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, still talking challenges, would you say it's a level playing ground for women and men? It is implied
yes.
that it's not a level playing ground.
It is implied. It is implied that it's not a level playing ground. But like I said, the onus is for us women to build our own capacity. Irrespective of what the challenges are or what, statistics out there is, the solution is always to build capacity within yourself. Build capacity, mentor other women, support other women, have this network, be part of any network that can build. Like WINDEP, what we have quite a number of women that from the different companies that are part of the Chambers of Commerce, and what we want to do is just develop that network so women build their capacity. We also have a policy advocacy center where there's any policy issues that come, we send it to them and they help us with policy advocacy concerning all women issues, especially the ones that do with their businesses or industries, etc.
With your experience on the field, where would you place the woman of today, the challenges, the prospects, and the way forward?
I think that women in this day and time have they're very privileged compared to our mothers, compared to, in those days. We are very privileged because we have the opportunity and many platforms to stand on to really just build ourselves. We have access to technology, which they didn't have. I think the world has opened up for women. The world is recognizing that the woman's role is very important. Empower the woman, build the nation. That's actually one of our slogans in WINDEP.
I'm going to come in here now. You say empower the women.
Yes.
Now you go outside the street, you see the woman selling banana. There's a woman with okpa somewhere. There's a woman grilling corn. There's a woman grilling.
Yes.
Those seems to be key drivers of economy. In your expert view, how would you say those women in informal sector of the Nigerian economy, how much force are they driving within the Nigerian economy?
Well, I don't really have much statistics on that, but we know that entrepreneurship is the driving force of most economies in this day and age, especially Nigerians. Just look around you, there's so many entrepreneurs, and many of them women. Like you said, on the streets, many of them selling, they're women. So definitely women, if they are organized, as we are trying to do at the chambers, and build capacity, definitely they're going to help build this nation, and we're on our way.
Okay, from a government perspective, what would you tell government in assisting women?
Well, like I said earlier, access to finance for us, that is very important. We want government to help the women access to finance, make the list of criteria just a little bit more flexible, find innovative ways. We're in the year of innovation by UN and according to UN, so find innovative ways to help women access finance. I think that is a very important point.
Now, looking at the theme you were earlier talking about balancing,
yes, balance for better.
Balance for better. Now, looking at that theme from last year to this year, have you seen any change in what was set out to be achieved and what you set out to achieve this year?
Well, achievement is progressive. So every year, definitely you have to be a step ahead of where you were last year. Otherwise, you haven't grown. So balance for better, I would say that it's just about women being able to balance themselves in the workplace as well as in the home, because not just working to achieve either career growth or growth in your business, but you also have to balance your home, which is take care of your children.
That brings me to another question. The idea of balancing your home and work is a critical issue that lots of debate.
Yes.
So for the woman of today, whether the woman selling on the street, whether I sitting down here, or some professional woman in the bank, or you know, how does that work? Is it really will it really produce a positive outcome at the end of the day?
Will it really produce a positive outcome? Well, the most important thing is to learn that balance. I think balance can be learned, because we are in a society where we're so much driven by performance, not just locally, internationally as well. They're driven much more by performance. So women have to find innovative ways of balancing their homes. It's critical. I mean, use technology, video conferencing before your kids go to bed. We have women who work round the clock. Now, you can't say it is wrong or it is right, because that's their prerogative. But the most important thing is, while you're doing that, to actually find a balance, find innovative ways and innovative means of taking care of your household and making sure that your children and your family and your husband and your family are well taken care of, even whilst you're pursuing that career or pursuing that business opportunity.
Now, for the woman watching you and listening to you right now, and she's willing to take the next step from where she is, what would you advise her to do?
Okay, I think I've mentioned bits and pieces. Training, capacity building, develop yourself, join WINDEP. You know, go online. There's so many courses. Don't be stagnant. Don't be stagnant as women. And as women, we need to learn to support each other and also mentor the younger ones coming in. That is very important.
Okay, and for the theme for this year?
Yes.
What would you say to the woman?
Well, think equal, build smart, innovate for change.
Okay, and your closing words?
Like to thank NTA for bringing me here, and would like to tell all the women, go for it.
Okay, we have been talking to Jummai Oluyide. She is the President, Women Development at Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and Vice President, I beg your pardon, and Coordinator, WINDEP, Women Industries Development and Enterprises Program. Thank you so much for joining us on the program today.
Thank you, Amina. Thank you.